Right, how does this sound?
Rational intuition that tells me maybe it's worth
It's
checking out.
loud.
Actually, I think I can handle it.
I can hear you breathe. I mean, that's a step up, I
I don't
suppose.
have any money to pay
Right.
with.
Just
How
don't
was this
breathe too-
episode?
I haven't touched anything
know.
besides a toaster for so long. Getting my hands on your hog has really been a pleasure.
Well, thanks.
Don't
What
say
about now?
Okay, we can
I gotta
we can
get
hear
out
you.
of this
That's
town
fine.
fast.
What about
Yeah, because I'm gonna have to sit back, because otherwise my back is gonna be fucking killing me. So I don't really want to be like sitting up the whole time.
My gang's
No,
in
Aaron, you must
trouble.
suffer for this channel.
How'd you know that?
Oh yeah, there we go. Oh,
They're headed for an ambush. So I gotta
sorry,
go.
we're just for the thumbnail.
Well,
Yes,
I'll
Kate
let you
Susie
get back to
is
work.
quite infamous, and if that's not enough for you, she's a young Nick in Zootropolis,
I've not seen that film.
and she's also Lola Bunny in Space Jam.
Fuck off.
It's really my best side.
Man, I need to do more research.
Yeah, there
Can't
you
even
go.
have. Remember when Space Jam 2 came out, and everyone had this thought in their heads that she was like really thick, and then it came out, it was like, no, that's just one of those fucking dodgy video photos on the internet. But it was ingrained in everyone's skull that that's what she looked like in Space Jam 1.
Who's this?
Everyone was like,
I
"Oh,
will
she's-"
never ever watch the second Space Jam.
No.
I will not. It's a travesty.
I just don't
Fucking
consider it that
disgrace.
exists. Like it's like it's yeah, it's like it never happened. You know.
LeBron James could never even lace up fucking MJ's shoes, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm. Yeah,
She was in Fallout as well.
Yeah, she's in loads of things. Like she's definitely
hell.
one of those kind of like on the Nickelodeon kind of like
Yeah,
Rolodex
Dexter's
versus different
mom and
projects.
Dexter's Laboratory.
I heard you say
Fucking hell, yeah, she's done a
Yeah.
lot.
She's Miriam in Hey Arnold, by the way.
She's Sally in Nightmare Before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck me, man. That is some serious credits.
Yeah. Again, this is a pretty prolific fucking character. Like it's mad. But again, that's also the life of a voice actor is just like come up, do your shit, go again tomorrow. You know.
somewhere between
That's
you
my
and
dream.
Cornwall. My crew is reading some
That's
VIP
my dream, my friend. Do you know what? Like I could listen to Jim Cummings like all day.
somewhere up the road.
He
You
is
could listen,
Just
you could
all
listen to
day.
Jim Cummings? Cummings? Where's the Cummings?
This is hard for me.
I have broken his soul with that comment.
Yeah, you've actually just lost street credit, all of us, to be honest. Like we were all gonna go like, yes, no, I agree. Jim Cummings is a wonderful man, and Aaron goes, ha, jizz. It's like, no, you kind of ruined it now.
Time and place, Aaron. Time and place, and it ain't here.
Pretty small to be carrying me around.
I sincerely hope you heard that. Gone by Aaron's reaction? No, he did not.
I've just seen that. Has anyone been keeping up with Montoya in that like Spanish version of Love Island?
No. You cannot go back. You uncultured swine.
What?
Yay, more Aaron back.
Jim Cummings.
I know. I probably
You
know
don't
who
know who he
Nick,
is.
I probably know. We need a fucking poo. You uncultured moron.
Bigger.
Yeah. I know who he is.
Oh,
Faces do it for me.
Now I gotta
Names. You can rack off a ton of names to me when it comes to like voice actors or something like that, and I never get them.
He says whack off.
Thank you, Kira, for the backup on that absolute travesty of a comment from Aaron.
Do you know? I don't need to stay.
And yet another excuse.
Chloe's
Way
in bed.
too many
She's got a migraine.
unpopular opinions to go back on it again.
Yeah, Nia Jax.
I'm not going back on it. I genuinely, names don't do it for me. Faces do it for me. They've always been how I fucking.
How long did it take you
Kira,
to learn Chloe's name?
down there, or we're talking.
That was fairly quick. Kira, I get what I do. For the first 2 months we did the podcast, I forgot what your name was. Because names just do not cement into my head.
Aaron, take the keys out of the JCB and walk away. You're not even using the fucking shovel anymore.
Apparently, this guy.
Reduce your pint intake, Aaron.
No,
By help.
I wish you could. I've had a mouthful.
No thanks.
Of what? Jim Cummings? Yeah, you certainly fucking has.
Looking inside.
Oh fuck, he's asleep. I can't be doing that. He's gonna wake up. He's gonna fucking kill me.
But honest to God, I'm gonna tell Amy.
That's a
Oh,
worse
yeah,
threat. That's like a worse threat than even like I'm
Right.
gonna hit you in the balls with a bottle, which is happening by the way, full 2-liter Coke. And
Sorry, yeah, you don't
Amy
have to-
knowing,
This is the agreement you made outside of this fucking series.
I don't care. People need to know.
No, you just gotta stop getting caught by LeBron James. You wear my sunshine. Alright?
The bottom line is, Aaron, you agreed to getting hit in the balls with a full 2-liter Coke.
My
And
fingers
that's
were
it.
crossed the entire time. That's not my fault.
That doesn't count.
No, it does count.
It's not 1998, Aaron. You can't just fucking.
It's locked
No,
up
it still counts.
brackets.
Still counts.
Nope, you're getting whacked.
Yeah,
son.
it does. When are you over next?
Yeah, I
Actually,
do
when
feel
are
like
you?
that Dave is going to have is having a Bishop Brennan situation where like he is genuinely like traveling across.
No, this
land
is
and
a
sea
this is a
just
How
to
I
kick
Met
Aaron
Your
in the balls.
Mother slaps giving level of like it's happening. You know, you know it's coming. You know, you just don't know when.
Mm.
That's what she said.
But
But
Do better, Aaron.
when are you?
Do better.
When are you coming over again?
I'm not putting
2025, hopefully.
Yeah, I know that, but when in 2025?
Probably a month of sorts.
Wouldn't look good on my bike.
Yeah, because Jonathan said you were coming over at some point, so I wanted to make sure that I was doing nothing that
Well,
weekend.
I'm hoping for points rather than point. I'm hoping multiple times in the year might suffice.
Well, yeah, I know that much, but it's supposed to be you and Laura, isn't it? That's supposed to be coming over.
No, it's just me, mate.
Oh, yeah. And this
Sorry
is how we
about
find
you.
out Dave has actually been divorced for the last 6 months, and that's the
Hey, are we
reason.
divorced? Laura,
Probably
we're not divorced yet, are we?
Dump up.
Not yet.
No, I'm good.
All right, fair
There you go.
enough.
Well, nice to have that confirmed anyway.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Hmm?
Give a couple of months, you never know.
Okay. I've still got a couple
Yeah.
of months left.
Burning metal
All right, that's
down
good.
there.
Yeah.
But by the way,
Well, fair, but
22nd of
comes
August.
out. Yeah.
She found out she couldn't get the passport, and I was like, is it worth it?
What's
Yeah,
the fucking
fair
point,
enough.
like, you know?
Fair enough.
And the
Yeah.
pound is doing better now as well. So what's the fucking point of you, Dave?
Yeah, you know. So
If you haven't got the red passport with you, then what's the fucking point? You know.
I know.
So incidentally,
This is
Because
very
we were-
Fallout-esque. This is very
Yeah.
okay.
yeah, it's very much Junkard vibe. It's literally
Yeah.
just like scavengers all across the land.
Yeah.
So again, the game doesn't really draw attention to it. This is just the world it's set
Open
in.
up, Todd.
And I think out of like what I do like about the fact that like it doesn't have to spell it out. It's quite evident from like the opening cutscene, hover limo, motorcycles,
Open up, Todd.
like fuel is a fucking premium. Motorcycles
Like
aren't meant to be more.
dystopian style, but not
Open
like-
up, Todd.
Yeah, it's like if
Severe
Mad Max
dystopian,
didn't go all ape shit in a sense where like if there was still a level of sensibility in Mad Max, that's
Yeah.
the way it's like a
So
half
we're
Max.
looking at mildly sensible Max rather than Mad Max.
Let's go with chaotic Max as opposed to
Okay,
Mad Max.
all right, okay,
Yeah.
that makes sense then.
Renegade Max. I don't know, whichever way you want to call it. So yeah, so as Maureen said in the spiel, yeah, if you wind it back, we were bullying Aaron at the time, and rightfully so. He deserved it. We were so basically there's three problems we have with our bike, and we just have to find all three of them, and then we're good. So one of them was Mo's welding tools have been taken. We need to find some forks for the handlebar, and we also need to get something from we need to get fuel because there's only one gas tower in the area, and that's it. And as we learned, gas is heavily protected. Like it's a very finite resource. Again, also pointing to the potential dystopian world.
So
that
it's
this
kind
game
of
set
like it's kind of like if Mad Max was less crazy, but at the same time, if
Couldn't break that lock. I couldn't break that
what am I
lock.
thinking of?
If the
Fallout.
world, yeah,
It's less
if the world
apocalyptic,
actually
was
ran
it?
out of oil.
Well, again,
Yeah.
like Mad Max is the best point, is the best indication there, because considering that people fight over water in Mad Max. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole thing is the resources are just so finite and so precious, and it's like things that we take for granted now in a sense. Like what would happen if we had to fight for our own electricity? Like if we had to go to certain parts of the world just to get Wi-Fi. It's like take away creature comforts like that and see how civilization changes. And as I said, like if people were predispositioned to doing something that they normally do, like again, like take the hypothetical out of it. Like, what happens if there's no petrol? There's no cars, there's no motorcycles. So why would there be no need or demand to make them?
Nah, she's got a wrench. Mo,
Yeah, Ben?
I'm having a little trouble finding stuff.
What's the problem?
Never mind. I'll figure it out myself.
Whatever blows your hair back. Let me know if you need
So this
anything.
is kind of a typical LucasArts kind of like puzzle structure, where they basically give you 2 or 3 things to solve at the same time, and one pretty much leads into the other to a certain respect. Like now in fairness, like in this one, like it is basically like it is actually quite kind of 1-to-1, where the welding tools are in one shed, find a way into the junkyard here and get the petrol another way. Whereas sometimes they kind of interlink the 3 together, but they tend to do that toward the end of a game, when things get a little bit more complicated. But the solutions are actually quite straightforward. It's just one thing we kind of have to cop with the game is that like you could go to the same location once or twice and things have changed. So for instance, I went to the Todd shack there and it was empty. There was no one there. But what I didn't notice there was that because I knocked off the electricity down in the kind of the cellar that he has, if I go back to the shack now, he'll actually be above ground. So we can change things then when we do that, when we work with that. So
A hose won't help here.
and again, you're very limited on choices in terms of items and permutations here. So it is just like have a proper look around and see how you can fix things or break things depending on the choice. The reason I'm throwing meat into the junkyard, by the way, is because I know there's a dog day. You can hear it barking in the background.
Open up, Todd.
But there is no Todd to be found.
I'd be gone.
It's
Quick one there, Jonathan. Biscoff.
Hello.
Is Kira alright or Biscoff?
A hose won't
You okay
help
with
here.
Biscoff? Yes, she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. That's what I just wanted to know for Saturday. Yeah, because that's probably going to be the base.
That's fine. She doesn't eat banoffee anyway, so sure we can. I'm sure everyone else won't mind.
Oh,
Anyway.
she has to eat it. She has no other choice. She's absolutely no other choice. I'm putting effort into this. She eats the fucking Biscoff. Besides the banoffee.
Hear a protest and don't eat the damn thing. I know you can hear me.
I make a fucking incredible banoffee pie.
Meets many uses.
Well, what if she doesn't like banoffee? How would she have a point of reference for if it's good or not?
Because I've had enough fucking chefs tell me that shit slaps. Enough.
Well, Aaron,
Bananas. So I'm not gonna coffee.
look, if it's any consolation, I like banoffee, so I'll be the judge. I'll have 2 slices for Kira.
I'm trying to do my art in here.
Fair enough. I'll just
Yeah.
Look
make
at this.
one
Look
section.
at this
I'll make
fucking.
one section like orange or apple or something. Whatever fruit that she likes, will have one section just for her.
You just knocked out Todd.
This view defines
Yeah.
true beauty.
So yeah, we just kicked the shit out of
Is
Todd.
that enough?
As I said, kicking some things really does work in this game.
I mean, it is the key mechanic after all.
Yeah. But the fact that it's always an option is tremendous. And yeah, Secret Tunnel. And he made a tin dog.
I had a dog with a funnel on its head when I was a kid. I don't collect art, and I also don't collect whatever that is.
No, he doesn't look so happy with himself.
How'd you get it?
Oh, it was just lying around.
He's got this like
Pair of forks,
fucking cheesy
knives,
Johnny Bravo
you're set.
fucking. I'm so
Oh,
proud
really?
of myself. I made her happy.
I like it. To be fair, maybe at one point he was Johnny Bravo.
It
And
does,
just
yeah,
the world has been
yeah.
a cruel and unforgiving place since.
You know, when you're a child star and you grow up and the star isn't there anymore, you know, you struggle, and that's what happened to Johnny B over here.
That's kind of a cute idea in a sense, isn't it? It's just like, I was nice and attractive once. Now I'm in my 30s.
We all are, effectively.
Yeah. Yeah, but in fairness, we
Speak
can
for
all
yourself.
We weren't all child stars though. That's different. Like when you're basically designed to peak when you're like 12, it's a bit fucking grim, you know.
Jesus.
No, but that's the industry though, isn't it? Like being the child stars, like you have to be popular, like now, or else like you miss your shot and you're like chained to obscurity. But thankfully, that's not as bad as it was. So the torch is one part of the 3-piece issue is down. So now we have to try and find a way into the junkyard. I agree, Aaron.
That autosave icon. It's there.
Just thereabouts. I probably goes without saying, but I fucking love the music in this game.
Yep.
It is a bit Fallout, isn't it?
I don't want to start a fight with that thing. I'd rather just.
In terms like it's like time wise, obviously I don't think even the first Fallout game would have been out when it's all isometric, because that would have been a PC release. Let's see, where are we at? Actually, I am completely wrong. The first Fallout was in 1997, so this game is out 2 years ahead of it.
Oh, nice.
There you go. Yeah.
And Fallout didn't get that whole like the vibe it got with the music. So maybe the third one.
Yeah, the third one would have been the first one was in actually 3D, because the first two Fallouts were isometric, and then you had a couple of like smaller games, if you like, the Brotherhood games, and then you had Fallout 3, which is the first time it was actually in the format it was. But that was Bethesda generally. Like they would have had the same with the Elder Scrolls. The first two Elder Scrolls games were isometric and kind of text adventure.
But Fallout wasn't Bethesda's until 3, wasn't it? They didn't even own. I don't think they owned it in the first two. I think when they took it over, because that's why there's as far as I'm aware, there's a divide in the fan base that Fallout hasn't had a game since number 2. There's something.
Yeah, in fairness, like let me just check there. Yeah, so the first two Fallouts would have been under Interplay, which is one of the old publishers under, but then ended up becoming Atari, or getting merged by Atari, I should say. And the different designers for the first two games until Todd Howard ruins it. So.
Right, we just need to pause this there a second because I need to go to the bathroom.
Okay, you did it, Howard.
Private property. Yeehaw!
Again, just proving the point there. Like these guys have got fucking hoverboards. Like that was meant to be a helicopter.
That's some fucking run on them, by the way.
Yeah.
Limbs, lads. Fucking limbs.
Absolute limbs. I gotta admire it, in fairness. Like, I've never seen a man run with his elbows before.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen someone run with their wrists before, and that's Raheem Sterling. But I've never seen an elbow run before. That's excellent. That's just, you're it's like you're swimming. You're like pushing the air away. Yeah. Oh, Haaland does a neck run. But Deschamps, yes. Good shout. Deschamps with the neck run. Good shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. So the crack here is we are basically want to trigger a false alarm.
Yeah.
And instead of actually taking it from the tank, we're going to take it from the hover instead. Now, there's a little bit of a problem. Well, there's a problem in a sense, but it's not quite obvious, but you're supposed to hide in the kind of shadows there. It's one of those things where there's a slightly hidden prompt, and you have to just basically time it right. But again, it kind of goes to show you this even a little bit here, the fact that this huge, fortified gas tower is anyone goes near it, it's like an immediate police fucking.
Yeah.
There's a cat eating like here.
Oh, there we are now. That's the content now we want.
That is actually that kitty content always does well on YouTube. In fairness,
Yeah.
It does. It does.
okay.
Did you see clips of that fucking remix there? Did you see clips of fucking Saturday Night Live?
Clips. Yes, I have. I have seen some of it. Yeah.
Finally after 50 years getting Meryl Streep involved in it was brilliant. And then having her on a chair like this, saying that the devil wears nada is peak TV. It all went downhill after that. So
You just say that about Saturday Night genuinely, and then it all went downhill after that.
yeah. No, but it was
Yeah.
a good episode though. I actually kind of enjoyed that. It was good.
Yeah. I think the thing is,
Because,
like, I think it's also the curse of like, you know, trying to like basically do like a like I put Saturday Night Live, and I do like some of Saturday Night Live skits, but it's a light poking and prodding when it comes to sketches rather than actually like, you know, being angry and, you know, being satirical, if you like. I think that's
My
the problem with
favorite is
sketches.
the Weekend Report. The Weekend Report is the best for me. I fucking love that.
Yeah. I did.
I think,
Did
like-
you see Bill? Did you see Bill Murray's Weekend Report?
No.
I did see that, yeah. It's like rating all the hosts. Yeah.
Rating all the hosts, yeah, and it's like first one of the black hosts, and just by default, Michael Che's number one because he's been the only ever black host on the Weekend Report.
That was quite good in fairness. That was a funny bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just the Chris Morris comes up with a very nice line to describe, like, you know, because he was basically interviewed by Jon Snow once on Channel 4 asking about like the whole stuff with Boris and Donald at the time, and he was on like, you know, like John basically posits that these people are kind of ahead of Chris Morris. And Morris was like, what do you mean by ahead of me? It's just like, well, you know, it's just like there's stuff that you would have like trumpeted back in the day, that stuff like brass and stuff that wouldn't be prepared for something like this. Like this is like beyond satire in a sense. It's like,
Oh yeah.
and Chris Morris made the point that like it's not the case that they're ahead of us. It's that the level of analysis and the ability to do satire is just gone. Like anything you see as a satire show now is playful joshing. It's playing to the what did the phrase say? Playing to the theater essentially. It's like you're making it's a poke in the ribs. It's not an actual like angry pointing saying you are actually the problem here in a sense.
Yeah.
And that's always the problem. I think Saturday Night Live has such a great platform to actually like you know outright point and say you're the people at fault. But the problem is that they're on a network where the owners have donated to Donald Trump's cause, and every network in America does the same, including CNN, which pretends to be left-leaning news support. The guy who owns CNN is a Trump donor, so like everyone, the whole fucking like political sphere is the same. So like it's a shame because I think like Saturday Night Live I think can really be cutting at the best of times, but I don't think it's lost its teeth over the years, kind of by design, which is kind of a shame.